addicted to psychics.
Low-key addicted to what?
Psychics. I'm low-key addicted to
Oh,
psychics.
I did not know that actually.
Oh, I have a whole bit. It's on my album. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Hey, speaking of your album, I guess you know what? Actually, let's introduce ourselves first. Hey, what's up? Welcome to the Hypothetical Comedy Podcast. I am Funky Sam Medina,
and I am Athena Rodriguez,
and we're here with comedian Desiree Walsh. How you doing, Desiree?
Woo.
Hi, I'm good.
Awesome. Thank you so much for being here with us.
No problem.
Hey, so yeah, right off the bat, you did mention your comedy album. Tell us a little bit about your comedy album.
It's called Everybody Panic. It was released on March 6th, through the record label Howl and Roar. That's a Canadian comedy record label. And it can be found pretty much anywhere you stream music. So like Apple Music, Spotify, Amazon has music now. Wherever I guess music lives, you can find my album.
That's awesome.
Called Everybody Panic. Or you can just like type in my name, Desiree Walsh, and you'll get it.
Nice. That's awesome. Congratulations. That's super awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks.
And then it's cool because you came out with an album recently, and then just before that you came out with like a special, right? A comedy invasion.
Yeah, that was wild. I'm part of the comedy series Comedy Invasion. My particular episode is called Wheelchair and I, because I use a wheelchair. I'm not just like eccentric. I am disabled. And that is on Amazon in America, Tubi in America and Canada, and Roku in both America and Canada, and then also on Asian movies.
Oh,
nice.
The producer
AsianMovies.com and check it out.
Yeah. The producer is Asian, so it makes sense.
Okay.
Oh,
there we
nice.
go.
That is
awesome.
so exciting.
That is really exciting.
Yeah, and that was an opportunity through Zoom comedy.
Wow, that's pretty exciting too.
Yeah, I met a comic. I did an open mic based out of LA, and I met a comic named Craig Applebaum, and he's friends with the producer Quentin Lee, and I guess Quentin was trying to put together this special because he is Asian Canadian, but he lives in Los Angeles or California, maybe Berkeley. I forget. Anyways,
awesome.
That's a place, I think.
That is a place. Yep.
He lives in America, but he's Canadian, and I guess he had success. He put together an Asian American comedy special and was able to sell it to Peacock. And then he thought it would be nice to do like a diverse Canadian special with like all types of different comedians from Canada, which is where he is from. And so he asked, I guess they were sitting around one day, and he asked his friend if he knew any disabled women comedians who could do 30 minutes. And this guy was like, actually, I do. And he would have never met me had the world not shut down and Zoom comedy had happened. So everyone who says Zoom comedy is stupid, you're stupid.
Yeah, I like a quick sidebar. I like your post where you're like, I'm on Zoom comedy show. Shut up, they're fun.
Because everybody's always like, I don't like Zoom. Like, I don't like it. But like, they're really like, obviously they're not the same as like live performing. Right. And like, I agree, but like they're fun. And I've met a lot of people, and it's better than like feeling sorry for yourself while the world shut down. And they're good for also wheelchair accessibility.
Right. I was going to say, every Zoom show is accessible. You don't have to worry about anything. A bathroom, a ramp, nothing. You just go, you turn on your computer and go.
Yeah.
Another thing about Zoom comedy that I like about you is you start off all your sets on Zoom by saying, "Hey, I am in a wheelchair. Just so you know, I'm not an asshole."
Yeah.
Have you had people call you names, like not call you names, but like say, "Why are you saying wheelchair jokes?"
Once while I was doing Zoom, I forgot to say that, and I mentioned that I liked doing Zoom comedy because in Toronto, where I live, the bathrooms are in the basement, and like, so peeing is not a luxury I have. And no one was laughing, and they were all just kind of looking like really bizarre. And then I was like, oh, wait, you guys don't know. Like, I use a wheelchair. I'm just not like some stuck up princess who won't use a public bathroom in a basement.
She doesn't like basements or what?
Yeah.
That's funny. That's great.
Oh man.
So back to the specials and things like that. So the comedy invasion. I wanted to ask you specifically: did you do that on Zoom, or did you do that like at a physical place?
No, for the special, they flew me to Vancouver, which is a province, or not. That's a
Wow.
city in that's a city in British Columbia, which is a province in Canada. They flew me to British Columbia, and then he rented like a venue, and they filmed the special. It was all very like professional.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's really
yeah, it was
awesome.
pretty great.
Was there catering involved?
Oh my goodness.
There was sort of.
I've always wanted to do a comedy show and get catering. I think that'd be awesome. We kind of did
They
it
had,
all on the weekend though. They had food there.
Yeah.
they had Gatorade and snacks.
Nice.
Oh heck yeah. That's a way to get me going.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
we got to order like dinner.
Ooh,
Wow.
It was sushi.
that's
I was a
cool.
little bit nervous, so I didn't eat a lot of my dinner, but it was good.
Oh nice.
Did they film just you? Because I know each one is like their own episode.
So what they did is he took a weekend. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he took a weekend. He took a weekend, and on Saturday night I shot, and then right after my special, another woman comedian shot, and then after we did that, then they had a later show on Saturday, and two other
Okay,
comedians filmed, and then they did the same thing on Sunday, but I wasn't there.
nice. Okay, so like two at a time, and then two
Yeah,
tapings per day. That's neat. That's really
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah. What about your album? Like, where did you record that, and how did that go?
Well, that is an interesting story because that also started on Zoom, as you know, because we met friends at home. We met on Zoom. Me and my friend Kelly Zemeckis were doing
Woo! Shout out
like
to
six.
Kelly.
Yeah, her album dropped today. Sugar and
Oh
Spice.
yeah, I saw that. I saw that.
Yeah,
That's super
April 3rd.
awesome.
Yeah, yeah. It's also available everywhere you listen to music. It's
Quick,
good.
quick commercial for Kelly's album.
Yeah, just some copy. Anyways, so as you know, me and Kelly were doing like 6 Zoom shows a day. And then one of our friends, Dan Rosen, was like, you should do an album taping on Zoom. Because I always, before my album came out, I always would tell people that one of my goals in comedy was to make an album, even though I wasn't sure who was going to buy it beyond like my sister and my mom. So many comedians have albums, and I didn't really understand like what the draw was. Anyways, I've now gotten on the bandwagon, but his idea was to originally tape it on Zoom. So we did that, and then we invited some of the execs from Howl and Roar to come, and they did. And then after, we had a meeting with them, and basically you can't play a Zoom file on the radio because radio stations have standards, and the Zoom file is either too small or too big, I forget. But then Howl and Roar was like, we can tape the album again and like do it live, and then that album will be good enough to go on the radio and stuff. So
wow.
me and Kelly said, okay. And then so we did it in the summer, we did a album taping, and my only caveat was I would like it to be completely wheelchair accessible because um I I have like lots of people who like me also have wheelchairs. It's bizarre. But yeah, so we taped it in an art gallery, a small art gallery in
Oh
Toronto, and it
wow,
was nice.
that's
Yeah.
incredible. Did Kelly tape hers at the same time?
Yeah, we did a back-to-back taping. So
Wow,
for the first show, we had two shows in one night. And so for the first show, I went first and Kelly went second. And then for the second show, Kelly went first and I went second.
that's
And we each
incredible.
did 30 minutes.
Wow, and
It
I
was
bet
great.
either one of you guys couldn't ask for a better person to be up there with.
Yeah.
No, really. I was so happy to share it with Kelly.
Wow.
And like that was one of my like when Howl and Roar suggested doing the album live, I was worried they just wanted me, but then I found out they also wanted Kelly, and then I felt so much better.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it
absolutely.
was nice.
I love
That's
that.
Again,
cool.
though, that happened because of Zoom. Because
Yeah,
I don't think I would have like had I just been doing regular in-person comedy, I don't think I would have thought of like putting together an album.
Yeah.
right. Yeah, I never thought about that. My album would be
No.
like 7 minutes though.
It would just be the joke about the stairs.
Yeah.
And that you would never date a comedian because your wife would find out.
That's hey, that one hits, man. I told that one on Saturday and the
It's
place
good.
roared. Even non-comedians love it. It's true though. I would never date a comedian because my wife is also a comedian and she might know her. Yeah. I don't want that to happen.
That is very
You mentioned a lot of people that like you are also in wheelchairs. Do you do any like wheelchair like is there like a like shows like for people in wheelchairs specifically, or like is there like a market for that you kind of lean towards?
sort of. I'm not really, but sort of. I've been asked by a lot of like disability, I guess, like disability support groups or like disability organizations to do like corporate events for their members. So in that way, yes, I have like a little bit.
That's cool.
Yeah. And I have done a couple shows where it's all been people with disabilities, which has been kind of interesting. Um, I'm a really big advocate though of just making accessible, like inclusive venues so that like
Yeah.
everyone can come and we don't have to have like a special show for the differently able to watch.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right about that, and you're right. And then like even if you're not planning on other wheelchair accessible people needing to be there, like somebody needs to lead that march.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise it's gonna get just ignored, and we can't have that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
The
we
reason why I
can't.
asked that was because on Saturday, we did a big show, and I don't know if you know Elvin Maglente. He was big on Zooms for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the headliner. He's a
Oh,
blind
really?
comedian.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and there was a bunch of like, I mean, not a bunch, but there were some blind people that came to the show because he's part of that community, and they came to support him. And I thought
They
that
were
was,
so happy.
yeah, it was incredible. They
Mhm.
loved it, and he did a bunch of blind jokes, and they loved it.
Yeah. But like that's what happens. Like, disabled people are like ants. Like once there's one, more of us will come.
Oh, I thought you meant they live underground.
We also live underground. Yeah. Yeah.
They
I'm
eat all
actually
our
speaking
food.
to you live from a sewer like a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, I think one of the things that I was super surprised about, because I think both of you and Kelly were able to make it to last year's Riot Girl Fest.
Yes.
And you were beaming about how accessible it was, everything. And I was like in shock because I was like, wow, with how much work she does, it should be accessible everywhere in where you live. And
Yeah,
that just blew my mind.
we don't have Canada's working on it. We're gonna hopefully get an Accessible Canada Act soon with like some actual legislation inside of it. But we don't have like a federal disability law like the states.
Oh,
So
wow.
currently it's kind of just up to the provinces to do whatever. And like the province I live in, Ontario, has an accessible Ontario Act. But it's more of a suggestion than like
Yeah.
Aw.
an
Like, we really want you to
actual
do this, so
law.
just
Like
please.
if we were to build a comedy club, like we could get like building code information on how to make it accessible. But if we decided, no, that's too expensive for a comedy club, we're just going to put stairs in. The only way we would really get in trouble is if somebody tried to access our comedy club with the stairs and then was like, I am upset. I'm going to file a human rights complaint with the tribunal. And then they're backed up pretty far. So, like, it would take a long time because they would also have to,
Oh.
like, deem it valid.
So that would just
Um,
sit in a folder for a year or
yeah,
two.
yeah. Like,
Wow.
so it's not like we have it looks good on paper and we have it. And, like, some people do try, but it's not the same as you guys. And like
Yeah.
that was something that was really like it was really nice to just be in like Los Angeles and just be like, I'm sure this will be fine and have it actually be fine rather than being like, no, like we should call and then maybe we should not go. Yeah, but that was really fascinating. Like I got to do we went to the Hollywood Improv women's open mic, and like the fact that a major comedy club
Wow.
has a women's open mic on a Friday at 4 p.m. is amazing. But then like excuse me, when we got there, like it was accessible to get in, and then there was stairs up to the stage, and I didn't want to say anything because I was afraid they'd be like, "Oh, like you can leave now." I didn't say anything and was just like, I guess Kelly will help me. Kelly was a real trooper through that whole like trip. But and they drew my name because it was a bucket mic, and I screamed like I was on a game show because I didn't have a chance to talk to the host. So screaming like you're on a game show helped. And then one of the staff came up to me and was like, "Are you Desiree Walsh? Or are you just really excited she is next?" And I said no, that I was Desiree Walsh. And she said, "Okay, we're just gonna go get a ramp." And I was just like, what? And like in 3 minutes, they had like a safe portable ramp to the stage.
Frick yeah.
Wow,
It
that's
was
awesome.
amazing.
I haven't seen it, but I've heard rumors that the San Francisco Punchline also has like a temporary ramp that they can just set up.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is really cool.
Which is something you don't see you don't really see that in Canadian comedy clubs. That was exciting.
That is exciting. Was it your first time in the States?
Uh no, I'd been to Florida a bunch. I used to competitive swim, so I'd been to Florida a bunch of times, and then I'd been to Texas um a couple of times too.
That's cool. Your first time
Which
for comedy though.
and I've also been to Whitewater, Wisconsin, but that was my first time in the States doing comedy. And it
Oh,
was pretty
okay.
great. It was great.
That's
Like
cool.
it.
Was
This is
Wisconsin was
great.
Wisconsin as accessible as LA though?
So I was 11 and I was at a wheelchair basketball tournament at the University of Whitewater, and they um the States has collegiate wheelchair basketball at their universities.
Oh wow.
So the universities that have basketball teams are usually pretty accessible.
Yeah.
And
Plus
then
like 11-year-olds, sorry, like 11-year-olds are probably easier to lift than a full adult.
yeah, and it's not like we were trying to get into bars and clubs.
Right,
Like,
yeah.
the Walmart where we bought the pogs was very accessible, and like the McDonald's was also very accessible.
Yeah, Walmart's
and
and
like
McDonald's
the
are usually pretty
actual
flat.
university was accessible too. But like I can't give you a report on the bars or the strip clubs or the comedy clubs.
Like, I didn't get
I
on the
don't
stage
even
in the
know if
strip
those are
club.
things.
I can't make it rain from the floor. So, at what point in your life did you decide that you were funny and you wanted to start doing comedy?
um I think around 33. I just gotten a job at the bank and um I had a little bit of extra income and my friend's roommate had just finished a comedy course at Second City
Oh
and she
wow.
met her husband there. Like she met a man and now they're married with a baby.
Oh,
None
that's
of they
awesome.
they do not do stand-up comedy anymore. But I was like, oh, like this might be a good way to meet someone. And like everyone always tells me I'm funny at work. So I took a stand-up comedy course at Second City, and I didn't end up getting a partner, but I got this lovely career. And I'd say, and I'm sure you can agree, this is far better than love or a baby.
Yeah, well, most of the
Yeah,
time, if you do well, I feel like
yeah,
sometimes when I don't do well, I'm like, I'm never doing this again.
yeah, yeah,
That's awesome, though.
yeah.
What was it like? What was the comedy class like? Did they just like teach you joke structure and things like that?
Yeah, it was pretty good. My course was taught by a man that used to work for Yuck Yucks, which is a major comedy club in Canada. And he was retired, so he went over like joke structure and kind of how to write jokes. And then he also like sort of talked about like how I guess the business is and like the environment and sort of what to expect. So that was really good. And then he was really focused on helping us create like a cohesive 5 minutes that wouldn't like you could take it to an open mic and
Oh
people wouldn't
wow.
be like, oh my God, get her off the stage. Yeah. So like I thought it was worth it. I also thought it was like a good jumping off point because
Mhm.
before getting into comedy, if you had been like, where is the comedy in Toronto? I would be like, well, there's Yuck Yucks downtown and Absolute Comedy also downtown, and neither of them are accessible. So I that is it. But there's lots of like smaller shows and open mics around town um, that I don't think I would have found out about had I not taken a course at Second City.
That's cool. Yeah.
Second City is dope.
Yeah, it really is. A lot of we've actually talked to a lot of comics who have taken courses there, and
Yeah.
not a lot, but
Yeah,
a few and things like that. That's awesome.
people make fun of it, but I think it's really helpful to like take a course and kind of learn joke structure and like work
Yeah.
with somebody.
Yeah.
So you're not just like because open mic, like going to your first open mic is pretty scary.
Hmm.
So it was, but it's less scary if you have 5 minutes of material works that's been kind of vetted by another comedian.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't know if everybody feels that way, but that's how I felt.
And then also like if you're doing a class and you're on stage in the class in front of people, then when you go to open mic, it's not really your first time on stage.
Yeah,
So you have a little bit of experience at that point being on stage in front of people.
yeah, that was another thing is um after the first one they do like a little recital and you get to go on stage in front of your friends and family and
Oh
it's
wow.
far more supportive than an open mic but like it's a
Yeah, I'm
good
sure.
first experience and then you go to the open mic and are like oh but because you've had that first experience you're like it's okay I'm just gonna keep going.
It's like the first time's in a safe place, and then you go out into the wild.
Yeah, yeah. And then they have stand up 2 and 3. And those are more like you an open mic, like you go up every week and you write new material and then you get feedback. So that's also a good way to get
Nice.
That is really
stage time where no one's going to throw a beer bottle at your head.
Yeah,
cool.
for real.
We hope not anyway.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I
That's
like that
cool.
idea because when I started, it really wasn't like, for me personally, it wasn't like there was signs everywhere. This is an open mic. You can do whatever you want. Try it out. And I really had to kind of like search around for them and found out there was like this whole almost comedy underground of places that
Yeah.
I'd never noticed that they did comedy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
true.
same with Toronto. It's like if I was a normal person, I wouldn't
Right?
like beyond making a terrible mistake about where I wanted to go for dinner, I would never know.
Same. I mean, similar for me too. Like, I wanted to do comedy, but all I knew was the comedy that was on TV, and it's like, well, how do you go from watching this on TV to being there? You know. And then Athena came into my life, and she was already doing comedy, and she just kind of helped me, get the ball rolling on it. And here we are. I found a partner too.
I was like, I found these
That's
two
good.
places.
We're gonna go.
Yeah, pretty exciting stuff.
I like it. I think that it's very important for people to learn joke structure.
Yeah.
Simply because
Yeah.
when you're just winging it for the first time
Yeah.
up there, you don't realize how long a minute actually is.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And
then
like,
punching and then punching up, making sure you're
yeah.
punching up a
Or
joke.
like sometimes you'll hear a new comic, and you're just like, this person has no idea what they're doing.
Yeah.
They say, like, when I first started doing comedy, they say it takes you like 10 years before you really know what you're doing in comedy,
Sheesh.
which is insane. I've been doing it for over 10 years and I still don't know what I'm doing.
10 years without help from anyone. I think that's
Yeah,
more
10 years.
appropriate.
10 years, like, if you're on your own,
No books, no
Yeah,
friends,
just
no
meandering.
courses.
That's me, man. That's me. I didn't take a class. I just tied myself to the back of the car and ran.
Oh my God.
Ran with it. What was the transition like for you when the pandemic hit and you started going to the Zooms? Was that an easy transition for you?
Well, it was actually really interesting because at the start of the pandemic, like the job I had at the time was never ever supposed to be like a work from home job. And so the bank I work for had trouble because also the network was never supposed to have all its employees all at once working from home on it.
Wow.
So my hours were a bit crazy. But once that got worked out and I
They had to,
stopped being,
sorry, I'm gonna stop you for a second. So they had to like stagger you guys kind of in a way?
yeah, like at one point I was
Wow.
working like 5 p.m. to like midnight.
Oh,
Dang.
But like once that worked out and stuff, and like I was initially pretty scared and depressed about like just the general fact that the world seemed to be shutting down.
Yeah.
Once that kind of evened out, I started to feel better. And then someone had originally told me was like all of the Zoom mics are Americans and they're like worse than the grossest boy in Canada. And I was like, so I don't really want this. But then I went to a Canadian, like just a Canadian Zoom mic, and that was pretty good. And I remember like it was kind of when we thought things were gonna get better.
Like
And
3
I
weeks.
remember,
We'll just be shut down for like 3 weeks and we'll be fine.
yeah, and I remember lying in my bed thinking like what an opportunity I had missed because like Zoom mics literally had no like accessible barriers. And I was like, I've missed such an opportunity and now things are gonna get better. And like I'm not better. And the universe just kind of went, hold my beer.
Oh
And then we were shut down for 3 years almost.
man.
Yeah. But then what was interesting is I went after that one Canadian open mic, I went to a mic based out of Chicago and the Americans were lovely. Like, and I was like, I didn't know what this other person was talking about because at the mic, like there were women and there were like queer people. I realize all of these can be intersections, but like BIPOC people and like white men with hats and like white women. And we were all just like having a lovely time respecting each other. And I was like, this is better than any open mic I've ever been to Canada. And it was great. And then I was hooked because like I live in the Eastern time zone. So I can do like mics in California as long as I don't sleep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so
you don't
it
sleep.
was great. And
Yeah,
Americans
I
are
remember like
surprisingly nice.
I remember like you could do like mics all day, all night.
Yeah, you were
Yeah.
on it. You were on it for sure.
Those good times.
I miss Super Saturday.
What's Super Saturday?
It's something I made up. You would wake up at like 2 p.m. because you went to bed at 2 a.m. and then you would get a coffee, and then there would be the women's mic at 4 p.m. based out of San Francisco, and you do that mic, and then that mic would be over by like 5:36, and then you'd have like 1 hour, and then there'd be another mic from Chicago that would come on at like 7, I think. And then that mic, you do your set, and then you'd leave, and there'd be another mic based out of Chicago, and you do that. And then after that mic, I think you'd be done for a little bit, and then Tara's like Russian roulette would come on at 11, and that was Super Saturday.
Oh my gosh, the Russian roulette was the best.
Such
It was.
a great
I missed
idea.
Yeah.
Love it.
It got a little chaotic because there were so many people, and everybody loved it. So
Yeah.
it did get a little chaotic at one point,
Little
but
wedge slices.
Yeah.
That
it
had
was
the prompts
it
get
was
smaller
absolute.
every time.
It was absolutely so
Yeah.
much fun. I loved it.
And it was stuff like paperclip.
One of my favorite moments on the Russian roulette was I was telling this story about how I used to work for Greenpeace, right? Telling this big, long, dramatic story. And then during my set, Rachel Rothenberg messages me during my set, "Did you really work for Greenpeace?" And then I changed my set to about how I was lying about working for Greenpeace. It was great. I loved it.
Yeah.
I like it. I also like one of the things that you had mentioned is the accessibility factor of having all those mics available on Zoom is amazing because even if you didn't have disabilities that would make it difficult for you, having the ability to go from mic to mic to mic within your own home, not having to spend the gas, not having to buy, the drink minimums and pay fees or any of that stuff. It was really helpful. And then you had a lot of your comedy peers who could come up to you after one of your sets and be like, "Hey, you did a really good job. I really enjoyed your jokes and the things you wrote about." And it just made such an amazing impact for me personally, it made a huge impact on me. So I know that it did some good.
Yeah. And like in real life mics, like you tell somebody good set because they got off stage and they're next to you, But like in Zoom, you can really pick and choose who you tell good set to.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good. It was really fun though. Like during the peak of it, man, like you said, Super Saturday. It was almost like super every day.
Yeah.
And then we were doing this really fun thing called the World Tour, the Hypothetical World Tour, where every Saturday, Super Saturday, I would do a mic in a time zone of a different country and feature their comedians, like their local comedians in that country. Yeah, we did Germany, we did Amsterdam, we even did China.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we did a lot. It was really fun.
Which we wouldn't really be able to get the opportunity to if the Zoom open mics and comedy wasn't available. Like being international, that's wild to us. Just from our own home. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I love it.
Absolutely. So during the pandemic, you and Kelly started a mic. And I noticed that your mic or showcase has actually transitioned from Zoom to in-person comedy. Yeah. How was that transition for you?
It's been pretty great. One of the things that was good about the pandemic is one of the comedy clubs here called Comedy Bar is like not accessible, and the man who runs it has been like actively trying to make it accessible, but
Oh, that's good.
there's not a lot of support from like the municipality to make businesses accessible, so that's hard. So he ended up making another comedy club on like the other side of town. That's like
Wow.
Comedy Bar Danforth because it's on the Danforth. Um, and that is fully accessible. So that is where the live Kelly and Desiree host a book mic, not yet sponsored by Uncrustables happens. And that's been really good. And it's been nice to be able to like put some of our Toronto friends that might not be doing Zoom mics.
I love that.
Yeah, it's been good.
That's awesome.
I love that. And awesome that like he was fighting for accessibility.
Yeah, right.
That's amazing.
And it's weird because you in the like when you go, okay, well, we need to get some ramps in here. Like I can see the corporations going, well, there's no money in that. It's going to cost us money, and there's no money in that. But it's like there is in the long run because you're going to have more customers because more people are going to be able to come to your shows. There's no money in it in the first 6 months, maybe, sure, but like in the first 6 years of it, you'll be probably making that money back.
Yeah.
Well, as I said, cripples are like ants. Like once we know, we're bringing our friends.
Yeah, exactly. Bring in your friends, and your friends won't be there if you're not there.
It's true.
Yeah. You do a really good joke about people having sex in the handicap stall.
Yes.
Has that been something that you really experienced?
Yes. That's how the joke came to be. So it's happened a couple times, but the story of how the joke happened is I'm a twin and she's also in a wheelchair because God has a sense of humor. And we were out for dinner one night and she was like, I have to go to the bathroom. And then so she left to go to the bathroom, and then like in 2 minutes she came back, and I was like, oh, that was fast. And then she was like, yeah, there was somebody in the accessible stall, and I was like, oh, why didn't you wait? And she said, because it was two people, and I'm pretty sure they were having sex. And I said, how do you know? And she said, well, it was like dude shoe. I saw dude shoes, and then she was like, but they were facing the other way, and I could hear like sounds that kind of sounded vaguely sexual. So she was like, I just left. And then she was like, which sucks because I really actually have to pee. And I said, that's so rude. Like at least those people could have done like a once around the bar and at least asked us if we had to pee before they did it. And then like I've also experienced going into like a bathroom. It's usually like a very public bathroom too, so it's interesting. And like there's been people fully, like usually in bars and clubs, like fully having sex in the accessible stall. And again, like just do like a once, twice around the bar. Like I won't be mad. Just ask.
Just grab the microphone from the DJ, be like, excuse me. The handicap stall is about to be in use. Does anybody need to go? Me and this lovely young woman. That is terrible. That is terrible. I've never walked into a bathroom. Well, I mean, I guess, you would go to the ladies and I go to the men's, but I never walked in the bathroom and people are having sex. That is weird.
I mean, I haven't done a study, but I would assume that most of this public sex probably happens in the women's bathroom because
it's probably
a bit cleaner.
Yeah, I would imagine.
But I haven't done a study. But if I was gonna have public sex, I would probably pick and it had to be in a gendered bathroom. I would probably pick the women's.
Oh my god!
I probably would too, to tell you the truth. But I would try to do it in a regular stall, just FYI.
Yeah, because
Oh my
you're a
God.
decent human being.
It's still a little bit tight, but that's okay.
Yeah. I mean, like, there's
There's like three
like,
other stalls, right?
yeah, like, and I have that one, and it's funny because it's the only joke I get pushback on. Like, the only joke where, like, able-bodied people will approach me and be like, okay, but what if? And it's like, no, no. Like, I just want
Wow.
this one
Dang.
bathroom to go pee in, but all you walkies are like, we need all of the toilets for activities and peeing.
Like, well, what if I go really quick?
Oh my God.
No. Like, several men have been like, what if it's me and two other broads? And it's, no.
What?
Like,
Then get a hotel
this
room.
I know.
This isn't like a numbers game.
Get a hotel room. Like, oh well, if it's two women, then that's fine. But if it's one woman, then you're rude.
You know what? It's the woman going, it's either now or never. I'm never gonna do this unless we do it right now. And the guy's like, fuck wheelchair people. Just that moment is just pure evil.
We'll find a way to make this happen. We'll find a way. I mean,
Oh
there's
my
a
God.
baby changing thing in those. They could just put it in there. Lower the thing.
Ew.
I don't know.
What are you talking about?
Some bathrooms have like a baby changing little station in there. Little table. I don't know.
No, you're grossing
He's
me
not
out.
wrong.
Like,
I don't know. Anyways, so Desiree, I knew that you had a twin, but I did not know that your twin is also in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. Were you guys like I don't know, what's that like? I guess for you to have, because I know that having a twin is crazy, but what's it like for your twin to also be in a wheelchair?
I think it was good. Like, I think I never ever felt alone. Like, a lot of people
Oh yeah.
who were disabled from birth like talk about, like, I was the only one in like my small mountain town, and like there was always like I always had someone, and like so I didn't really feel alone. And then also, what was interesting about both of us, and I don't understand how this happened, is we didn't really understand we were disabled and it would be a problem till we were like 8.
oh.
So like if you were like, how come you can't walk? Like, I would tell you, but if you were like, and what does that mean? I would be like, it means I can't figure skate, but everything else is fine.
Oh my gosh.
So basically, you've been funny since you were 8 years old.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think
Oh, yeah.
so.
That's awesome.
Does your sister share your sense of humor? Is it fun to just giggle and laugh with her?
Yeah. Actually, she is probably funnier than me.
Oh dang.
She's a little bit more outgoing than I am, but is terrified to do stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
But we have talked about what happens if there was like an accident and she had to go on stage as me.
Oh,
It's
wow.
the most unnecessary twin prank ever. But we have prepared.
Wow. Have you guys ever switched?
I sort of, not to do stand-up comedy though.
Right. But like on a date or something, or like
Oh no.
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 Okay.
Usually what it is if like it was a lot like if one of us was skipping school and we got caught, we'd be like, oh, like I did once I was skipping, okay, so I don't know how American school works, but you know how like sometimes you go to class and then they take attendance and then you
Yes.
go for a walk out the back door.
Oh.
So I was going for a walk out the back door, and I don't know why she wasn't in the class, but the drama teacher caught me. It was drama that I was in, leaving. And I just was like, "Oh, I'm Sam. Like I'm not in your class right now. I have spare." And she was just like so mortified that she got it wrong. She just let me go.
Even though she didn't.
No, yeah. So stuff like that, more than like,
That is so
like
funny.
She's all feeling horrible to this day, going, I can't believe I did that to her.
I'm the worst teacher ever. I just misnamed one of my students.
yeah.
She'll never forgive me.
That's hilarious. I hope she's listening to this. I hope that she
I
she
hope
gets
so
vindication
too.
for that moment.
I knew it. I knew it.
If her whole life was based on that one moment. I knew that was Desiree this whole time.
Everything is clear now. Everything.
She has like pictures of you and your sister up going, I think it was her
The
though. I
little
really think
strings, like a crime scene. Oh my gosh.
So you do a lot of bits about Uncrustables. Have you had a chance to have some Uncrustables?
Yeah.
Yes, I did. When we went to Los Angeles, Cassie Chappelle. I don't know if you guys know her.
I
She's
don't think so.
in Los Angeles. She's a comic in Los Angeles. She bought me 2 boxes of Uncrustables. And we tried them and it was great. And then I don't know if you ever did the district comedy mics with Tom Belcher.
I don't think so. It doesn't sound familiar.
Okay. He sent me a box of Uncrustables, and then Aaliyah Brown from Philadelphia also sent me me and Kelly a box of Uncrustables.
Oh.
I do like them not in a UPS package shipped from the States. Like I do like, I guess, fresh. The ones in California were a lot tastier than the ones that had been in the UPS box.
You gotta visit the Uncrustable factory then.
Yeah. So I did like them. And then Ira Claiborne came to Toronto for the Far From Here festival, which was like a Zoom comedy festival live. And she brought over, I don't know how she did it because I thought it was illegal to bring peanuts into Canada.
Oh, damn.
From the US because it's I don't know why it would be, but I thought it was like, I think it counts as a plant or something. Anyways, she brought a giant like Ziploc bag of Uncrustables to Toronto.
So you just have all kinds of Uncrustables.
Oh, I love it.
You have more than what you have more than what you can eat.
Yeah.
So which flavors did you try?
Yeah, and what's the verdict on them?
The strawberry ones and the grape ones and the chocolate ones.
The chocolate ones. I haven't tried the chocolate
and peanut butter?
Yeah, no, it's just chocolate.
No, it's like a Nutella sandwich.
Oh my. I've never had an Uncrustable, and I feel like I've heard of them before, but I didn't really pay attention to them until you started talking about them.
They're pretty good.
Nice.
So you said you like eating them fresh, but have you tried them frozen?
I have tried them frozen. I don't really understand the appeal.
Well, just put a stick in them and then put them in the freezer.
Ooh.
It's like eating a terrible, like, it's like eating a sandwich popsicle, which I've never wanted. I've never wanted a sandwich popsicle.
Is it bread on the outside, or is it like hot pocket kind of?
It's like bread. It's like white Wonder Bread consistency bread.
Wow. Yeah, I wouldn't
with peanut butter and jam.
I wouldn't want to eat frozen bread.
Yeah, it's not like
frozen jelly is all right.
Like, oh, is that ice cream?
Frozen bread, ew.
Is that ice cream? Yeah. No, it's bread. Wow. Do you have any projects coming up or anything that you're working on?
Oh, myself and Kelly have a show coming up April 5th this week at Comedy Bar Danforth. It's ladies' night.
Ooh.
So it's all women comedians.
That's cool.
Yeah. I don't have any.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I don't have any big projects coming up.
I mean, you just dropped a whole bunch of projects.
I feel like you're taking a little breather right now, and then all the other stuff will just start funneling right in.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just came out with an album and a special, so
Yeah.
I can see like everything you're working on kind of came to a head at this point.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
I
Well,
need to write a little
the
bit more.
podcast definitely won't be out before April 5th, but I hope you have a fun show.
Okay. I also have a show April 13th at the Groove Bar.
Keep trying,
Kelly
but
will
it's
also
okay.
be there. Pardon?
That's okay. No, I said keep trying with the dates, but
Okay.
Sam has a very specific release schedule for
yeah,
the
it's about
podcast.
it takes about a month for it to come out or so.
Okay.
But yeah, that's cool. I hope that people, check out your album, and go listen to that because I'm really excited about that, and I want to hear it. I
Yeah.
definitely want to listen to it. I haven't yet, but I want to.
It's pretty good. I like it.
Awesome. Heck yeah. Thank you so much for joining us. It's been really fun.
Wait.
Oh, wait. Hey, wait,
Desiree, you didn't get to tell us about your obsession with psychics.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We didn't talk about that at all. That's right. Thank you.
Okay. So
Let's
I
talk
am
about that before we get out of here.
Give us a good story.
So I am low key addicted to psychics. I have a whole bit on my album about that I am low key addicted to psychics and highly suggestible. I did a reading with Athena. It was pretty good. You should get one if you're listening to the podcast.
Yeah, she's amazing.
It's good. It was not like the one on my album that I talk about, which is I went to a psychic, and it's legit because it was below a money mark.
Oh yeah,
that's how you know a psychic is legit if they're like how close they are adjacent to a payday loan store. That's how you know. Ideally, you want above a payday loan store. So we went to this woman, myself and two other comics, to get a psychic reading, and the other comics decided that $25 was too much money to spend, but I was just like, here, take all of my money.
Do you accept Uncrustables as payments?
Yeah, no. And I asked her who I was going to marry, and she said a woman or a man that I worked with that was a little bit younger than me that I talked to every day. And then she said, is there somebody like that? And I said, yes, but he's gay. And she gave me a look like that's what you think. And I was like, no, like I have seen this man full on kiss another man at Pride. Like he is gay. And she was just like, oh. And I was like, yeah, so who am I going to marry? And she was like, well, not him. He's gay. And then the other thing she told me is she was like, you're going to take a trip overseas soon. And she was like, are you traveling anytime soon? And I said, well, I might go to New Brunswick, which is another province in Canada. That is close to the ocean. So you kind of do fly a bit over the ocean. And I was like, but that's not really overseas. And she was like, but it's near the ocean, so I'm not wrong. Yeah. And then
you're like, okay, I'll give you that one.
Yeah. Was she called Justified Psychic?
I think so. Yes. Yeah. I am. But like, I believe in all that stuff. Like fully love those shows where like something's going on. Like I would never be like, oh, like my toilet's running a lot, there must be a portal to hell somewhere in my house. But I love those shows where they're like, so the toilet's been running a lot, we assume there are ghosts. Like, just love those shows. And then those women come in and are like, yeah, like George Washington actually lived here. And then like they tell you all these things. Fully love those shows. Like also fully love psychics. Love like getting my tarot cards read. Like you can tell me it's fake, and I'll just be like, yeah.
Because it's still
Okay.
entertaining.
Yeah.
Either way, you're still
Yeah.
being entertained by the notion that this person thinks that they can see what you're going to do. When
Yeah.
the actuality is that like anything you do changes the outcomes. So it's like,
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's not set in stone what's going to happen to you.
No, like it's more. I heard an interview with a psychic, and she said like it's more suggestions than like actual facts. So she,
yeah.
like, if she sees you becoming a doctor, but you've had your heart set on being a teacher since you were like a child, this doesn't mean you can't be a teacher. It just means like she sees you in more of a medical field, but like
Yeah.
if you'd rather be a teacher, that's fine.
Or the other way around, if the cards say that you'll be a teacher and you never go to school to be a teacher, then you won't be a teacher.
Yeah.
It's true. It's
Yeah.
true. Yeah.
Like, well, the card said I'll be a teacher, so I'm gonna sit on the couch until the school board calls me
Yeah.
to give me a job.
That's not gonna work.
No, definitely not.
Well, good luck
Definitely
on
not.
that guy, Desiree.
Yeah, good luck. Are you gonna try to turn him? I'm just kidding.
Oh my gosh.
No.
I'm just kidding.
Oh my
No.
goodness.
It's funny. So who am I
I
gonna marry?
told him though,
Not
and he
him.
thought it was funny.
What was that?
I told him though, and he thought it was funny.
Oh, yeah, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. I just love how well, who then? Well, not him.
Yeah, like I was really looking for more specifics. Like
Yeah.
it'll be a guy in a blue shirt by the Dundas subway, like on a Thursday eating a whole.
Maybe even like a name and a phone number.
Yeah, yeah.
That would be helpful.
You're like,
Yeah.
let me jump on it first. Maybe he's shy.
Let me just give him a call.
Yeah. That would
Oh,
be
yeah.
so crazy if you called somebody and were like, so I got your number from a psychic.
Oh my
Together.
We're supposed to get
What are
married
you
in a year and
doing
a
on
half.
Thursday?
There's a bit in that. There's a bit.
Yeah,
I
there
know
is
it.
a bit in there. There is a bit in there. That's hilarious.
Oh my gosh.
Wow, awesome. Well,
Well, thank you so much, Desiree. I had
Oh,
so
no
much
problem.
fun.
yeah, it was
Me
so much
too.
fun and so funny. You
Yeah.
are hilarious. We love talking to you.
Yeah, you guys too.
Do you want to plug your social media before we get out of here?
Sure. My Instagram is desiree.lisa.walsh_. It's all lowercase. And then that's probably the best place to follow me. And then my album is Everybody Panic, and that's
Ooh.
available anywhere you stream music. And then my special, Wheelchair and I, which is part of Comedy Invasion, is available on Amazon, Tubi, and Roku, and AsianMovies.com.
Whoa.
Hell yeah. Congratulations. You're doing some big things, and that's super awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
Awesome. You can find me at Funky Sam Medina across the board.
And I'm at She Shines For You.
And everything else is at Hypothetical Comedy.
Ooh.
Thank you again, Desiree.
Yeah, thank you for having me.